Dr. Susan Antón is chair of the anthropology department at NYU and the outgoing president of AAPAs. So it's a pleasure to introduce Susan. Thank you.
Hola, NOLA! How are we today? All right, I, like Augustine, am a biological anthropologist, physical anthropologist, outgoing chair of AAPA, and pretty soon you're going to have about 2,000 biological anthropologists on your doorstep because we care about science. I'm here because science matters. Can I hear you say it? Science matters! You rock. It happens that our annual Scientific Geekathon conference is down the road a bit, and we have changed our format and our program to allow our scientists to come out for the March for Science because thank you. Biological anthropologists study the evidence for what it means to be human in the broadest sense of the term. Ooh. Wow, peanut gallery. Wait. So they're going to come down here and we're going to march back with you and we're going to talk about some of our science. So what is our science good for? Well, science is good for the public good, right? Science is about all of us. Science is not just for us in our coats, in our labs. It's about all of us. It makes us run, but it also gives us perspective, right? We've heard some of this today. Arguments for thinking about how to think critically. We might need more of that. Evidence-based learning. Yeah, we need more of that. Collaboration without borders. And diversity and inclusion. Let me remind you that the evidence suggests that the best science is done, as Renee said, by diverse teams. Nobody's going to argue against that, right? Maybe. So science matters, but let me give you a couple of specific ways that science matters. We sit around and we study little bumps on bones. We argue about how much they differ between individuals, and that seems like, oh my God, if they talk about one more bump or doohickey, I might put a sharp stick in my eye. But that allows that every time a plane goes down, a mass grave is found, a disaster like Hurricane Katrina happens, there is a band of biological anthropologists on the ground who can identify those folks that perished, can return them to their kin, and who can bring criminals to justice. Tell me that we study the behavior of little fuzzy monkeys in the wild, how they interact with their environment, what happens when their environment changes, and sometimes the press and sometimes our elected officials make fun of this as frivolous science. But it allows us to understand how organisms accommodate climate change, and it also sometimes allows us to save those organisms from extinction. So tell me, science matters! And we study the DNA and the bones of all humans, and you know what that evidence says? That evidence says that we are one unified species. Wouldn't it be nice if we acted like it? So tell me, what does science do? So as we go along with this March for Science, we're going to march back towards the hotel where we're holding our convention, and we're going to make chants and sing songs and have camaraderie. And then, I hope, some of us are going to end back up in our scientific lecture rooms, learning about science, talking about science education, talking about science policy. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have ended on policy, but I invite anyone here who is interested in those things to come to the AAPA, to learn with us, and to join this process, not just of marching today, which is super important, but the process of seeding change. Each and every one of you can seed change. All of us are responsible for making a better planet. So let's march for science today. Let's talk science this afternoon. Let's teach some science as we go down the line. And let's all of us, all the time, let's vote science. Vote science, vote collaboration, vote inclusion, vote movements without borders, vote science. Because